Mom Donnie wins New York. Jennifer WeLsCh, or the plastic bag with hair as I like to call her, has a message for Republicans, white MAGA Trump voters, as she put it. And it is just as you would expect from a person of this sanity. More coming at you on your daily dose of ignorance.
Even understanding absolutely nothing.
Let's start this morning with Miss WeLsCh and what she has to say about MAGA Trump voters.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant.
Is she serious? This can't be serious. You know, we have Mexican Trump voters and Chinese Trump voters and even Indian Trump voters. Can you believe it?
Go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able to enjoy anything but Cracker Barrel. And if you want to triple Trump and you want to browbeat DEI and you want to browbeat gay people and you want to browbeat black people as you've been doing for 400 years.
Now she's bringing up slavery. Holy shit. This woman is insane. I swear to God, I don't know, I've been saying it for a long time, but she has insane problems in her brain. How often does this woman say crazy things? I mean, it's every other day I see a clip of Jennifer WeLsCh and her plastic face flapping in the wind about some crazy shit that isn't real. I mean, legitimately, like, it doesn't exist. It's fugazi, it doesn't exist. It's fairy dust, as McConaughey would say.
And you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants that come over here and open up businesses earnestly, pay their taxes. You want to demonize them and call them rapists. And
see, he never did that. I don't know why she intends to try to mislead people here, but let's get some things straight. President Trump has never called Mexicans rapists. He has said that illegal aliens immigrating from Mexico and other countries, there are rapists among them. And that's not, that's not unfair to say. 100%. We are arresting people very often that are illegal immigrants for these crimes. So for her to say that this is a farce or try to make it about legal immigrants is absolutely 100% in the realm of misleading.
Felons and all this shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit, Cankles McTaco tits at the top.
Let's go back and hear that again.
This shit when the felon is the teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit.
Teeny weeny mushroom cock piece of shit.
Cankles McTaco tits.
Cankles McTaco tits.
At the top of the ticket.
At the top of the ticket. Boy, I'll tell you what, these pauses are just gold.
I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump.
I bet you have had it from top to bottom.
Should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer, which is multiculturalism. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny weeny, pink arm, big gut around. Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
Boy, she has got a big stick. I don't know where all of this anger comes from. I mean, look at what she's wearing. Look at how clean she is and how good her life is. I'm just saying, like, she's probably part of the problem she's talking about. All right, moving on. Breaking. New York City Mayor-elect Mom Donnie plans to jail ICE agents. Probably not a good plan, Mom Donnie. Next on the agenda, this girl says that fake ICE agents are pulling people out of their cars, kidnapping them, and then demanding ransom later from their families. Now, we've seen no video evidence of this. We've seen no media coverage of this. So I'm going to assume that she's full of shit until I see some proof of this. Let's hear what she has to say.
People in my neighborhood are being kidnapped by what they think are ICE agents. Maybe they are ICE agents. And hours later, they're getting phone calls demanding $20,000 or $30,000 in cash as ransom to have their loved ones released. I'm gonna say it again, okay? Masked men who refuse to identify themselves, who refuse to show badges, are showing up to people's work vehicles, to their churches, to their student drop-off lines, They are wearing tactical vests. They are pointing guns at people's faces, covering their faces, breaking windows, and dragging these people out of the car.
While they must identify themselves as Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement under certain contexts, they're not uniformly required by federal law to always display badge numbers, or wear visible identification in all situations. Because of this gap, many states or advocacy groups are pushing for legislation that would impose stricter ID requirements on ICE agents. And I agree with that. I would say that body cameras and requirement to identify yourself as an ICE agent would really cut out situations like this, to where there would be no doubt. If an ICE agent doesn't show their badge, and if the legislation was put in place, then there would be a big problem, and it would be a surefire way to know, hey, these people are not ICE, this is a problem. Now, if they're pointing automatic weapons at you, I would never suggest that you get in the middle of that, but that's just my opinion. Let's go back to what she was talking about here.
And when we call 911, you know what 911 says? They say tough shit. They say we don't give a fuck. They say we can't do anything about it. And you say, how do I know these are ICE agents? How do you know these are ICE agents? And they say, oh, we get a report at the end of the day. You know, sometimes they tell us what they're doing, and we just basically trust that they are ICE agents. And then I get calls from families who say that their loved ones were detained by these masked men who refuse to identify themselves with guns and tactical gear.
Hold on. You're getting calls from random families. That sounds like bullshit, but okay. I think she's full of shit, honestly. You haven't heard instances of people calling the police, hey, I've got somebody asking for ransom for my family member. Nothing. And I think she's full of shit. I'm not even going to listen to the rest of this. Now we have Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. She is going to tell us how she feels.
Hey everyone, Congresswoman Delia Catalina Ramirez. I want to talk to you about what happened here in Chicago, just across from my district, at a daycare that I know really well.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
Let's be clear. ICE broke into that daycare.
Hold on. I know this story.
And took a daycare teacher.
This is 100% not true.
While children were in that daycare.
Yeah, they were
They
children.
didn't just take her. They went back in and went into other rooms, asking teachers for papers while children were inside.
Okay, so I'm not going to listen to the rest of what she has to say either. She's lying. I'm going to go ahead and pull up proof. I guarantee if I go in the comments, the proof will be there. Oh, look at that. First comment. Isn't that funny? Yes. Democratic Congresswoman Ramirez is deliberately lying to the American public. ICE did not target a daycare teacher. Agents attempted to stop a vehicle registered to a Colombian illegal alien, but the male driver refused to pull over. After a chase, the pair fled into a daycare, endangering children inside. The woman was arrested in the vestibule, not inside the school, and gave a false identity. New DHS sources provide information on the Colombian woman arrested. Look at that, at a daycare in the Chicago area, saying she was caught at the border and released in 2023. Then she had her children smuggled into the U.S. Running from the police is a crime, and children smuggling is a crime also. Congresswoman Ramirez, you are deliberately misleading the American public. Isn't it funny how the left just keeps trying to, mislead the American public? It doesn't make sense to me. I also want to say, if anybody has any information that will lead to the arrest of an illegal alien, call the ICE tip line. This was the Postal Effect with your daily dose of ignorance. Like and subscribe.